Hi there, my name's Mark Harris, and today I'm going to show you how to get a quick summary of the slicer conditions in your GCode files with just one click of the mouse. If you want to reprint an old model, but you don't want to reslice because you know you fine-tuned slicer conditions last time, and yet you don't quite remember what conditions you were using, and maybe not what material your GCode was made for, then it's convenient to be able to quickly look inside your GCode file without having to open an editor and hunt through for conditions. Now, of course, you could embed that information in the file name, and there's a Cura plugin that will do that automatically for you. But I still find it more convenient to include the information as comments in the file, and then use Apple's Automator to show it with a mouse click. Setting up Cura to include comments in the GCode file is very easy. You go to the Preferences pull-down, select Configure Cura, and then go to Printers, and then Machine Settings. Down at the bottom of the new window, you'll see an area where you can type in your own G-code, in our case, G-code comments. We're now going to type in our comments, which you can just cut and paste from the comments below. The first line looks like this. A semicolon to denote a comment to be ignored by the printer. A series of chevrons that are just there as an unusual string that allows us to find our comments later. Then a name for the setting we're going to record. Then we type in Cura's special name for that setting, enclosed in braces, which tells Cura to write out the actual value of that setting in our file. In this case, machine name in braces will be expanded to Creality Ender 3, the name of my machine. We can then continue typing in other settings that we want to include. And if you want ones which I've not included here, you'll find the special variables in the Cura documentation. You can do a similar thing in the Prusa slicer, but there you should note that instead of using braces around the special variable names, you use square brackets. Here's what the bottom of your GCode file will look like after Cura has interpreted the comments that we typed in. We're now going to program Apple's Automator system, which is a little bit more complicated. First, we open a new function. We choose Quick Action, and then we go up to the top and select Workflow receives current files or folders in Finder app. We then go to the very long list of possible functions, and we scroll down until we find Get Selected Finder Items. We drag that across to our box, and then we scroll down even further until we find Run Shell Script, and we drag that across into our workspace too. We then edit the input to be /bin/bash at the top of the list, and pass input as arguments. At this point, you'll see that a small default script has appeared. You need to replace that with the code that I've included in the comments below. If you're not a programmer, don't panic. Just remove the default code and cut and paste mine into the box. You don't need to understand what it's doing. Then all you need to do is save your new action with a suitable name, such as GCode comments. And you're ready. If you now go to the Finder and right-click on a GCode file that you've created since you set up Cura, you should now see an action under the Quick Action menu, and when you select it, a pop-up window will appear showing your Cura conditions as promised. So, I hope some of you found that useful, and it saves you some time and frustration dealing with GCode files. And if you have any comments, write them below. For example, I'm sure this can be done under Windows. If you know how to do that, please write below. Okay, thank you.